Welcome to Joanna's Library. Enjoy the story. Katie and the Sunflowers. 凯蒂和向日葵 Written by James Mayhew. 水果糖老师翻译。Grandma was helping Katie plant some seeds in the garden when it started to rain. 奶奶正在花园里帮凯蒂把一些种子埋进土里。突然开始下雨了。Oh, good, said Grandma. The rain will make everything grow. 奶奶说，真好，雨水能使万物生长。But what shall we do now? said Katie. 凯蒂问，但是现在我们又该干些什么才好呢？ Let's go to the gallery, said Grandma. You always have fun there. 奶奶说，我们去美术馆吧，你在美术馆总是能玩得很开心的。When they arrived, Grandma sat down to rest, so Katie went off by herself to look around. 凯蒂和奶奶来到了美术馆，奶奶照例坐下来休息一下，而凯蒂就一个人四处游逛。The gallery was full of warm, sunny paintings. 那天美术馆里到处都挂着基调如同温暖的阳光般的画。Katie liked a painting called Sunflowers by Vincent van Gogh. 凯蒂喜欢一幅画，名字叫向日葵，它的作者是文森特·梵高。The sunflowers looked dry and crunchy and were full of seeds. 画里的向日葵看起来又干又硬，而且满是向日葵籽。Perhaps I could grow the seeds in the garden, said Katie. 凯蒂自言自语道，也许我可以把这些向日葵籽都种到花园里去。She slowly reached out to touch them.And found them were real. 说着，凯蒂缓缓地把手伸向了画，去摸那些向日葵籽。接着，她发现那些向日葵籽是真的。But Katie knocked the vase. 可是凯蒂撞到了那个花瓶。It wobbled and fell right out of the picture, spilling sunflowers and seeds all over the floor.那个花瓶晃了几晃，就从画里掉了出来，把里面的向日葵和它的种子撒了一地。Oh no, said Katie. I'd better clean this up before anyone sees. 凯蒂说，哦，糟糕，我得在有人发现之前把这里打扫干净。Just then, Katie heard someone laughing. 正在这时，凯蒂听见有人在哈哈大笑。She looked around, but there was no one else in the room. 凯蒂朝四周看了看，并没有发现展厅里有其他人。The laughter was coming from a painting called Breton Girls Dancing by Paul Gauguin. 原来那笑声是从不列尼塔的跳舞女孩这幅画里传出来的。这幅画的作者是保罗·高更。What's so funny? said Katie, climbing inside. 凯蒂说，这有这么好笑吗？说着，她爬进了那幅画。Katie saw that she was on a farm. 凯蒂发现自己来到了一个农场。The girls who were calling Macy, Musette, and Mimi,giggled and pointed to the mess in the gallery. 几个女孩叽叽喳喳地笑着，用手指着被凯蒂弄得乱七八糟的美术馆展厅。那几个女孩，一个叫梅西，一个叫穆赛特，还有一个叫咪咪。You'll be in trouble if anyone finds out, Mimi said. 咪咪说，要是有人发现这些，你可就有麻烦了。Well, I didn't mean to knock over the vase, said Katie. I don't suppose you could help me clear it all up. 凯蒂说，我不是故意打翻那个花瓶的，你们能帮我一起把那儿打扫干净吗？ We are too tired, said Macy. 那个叫梅西的女孩说，我们太累了。We've been dancing all day, said Musette. 穆赛特说，我们已经跳了一整天的舞了。What about you? said Katie to Mimi. 凯蒂又转而问咪咪，那你呢？ Only if I can bring Zazo, said Mimi, picking up her dog. 咪咪说，我可以帮你，可是你得让我带上我的狗扎祖。说着，咪咪抱起了他的狗。I suppose that's all right, said Katie. Let's go. 凯蒂说，我觉得没问题，我们走吧。So they went through the frame and into the gallery. 于是凯蒂和咪咪爬出了画框，来到了美术馆的展厅里。Mimi and Katie gathered up the sunflowers, but Zazo wanted to play. 咪咪和凯蒂把散落在地上的向日葵都捡了起来，可是小狗扎祖只想要去玩儿。He snatched the sunflowers and ran off with them. 他一口叼住了向日葵，然后就窜了出去。How can we put the picture back together now? said Katie crossly. 凯蒂懊恼地说，这下我们怎么才能把那幅画恢复原样啊？ I'm sorry, mon ami, said Mimi. Let's try to catch him. 咪咪说，真抱歉，我的朋友，我们得一起把他抓回来啊。They chased Zazo, but he was too quick for them. 于是他们俩去追扎祖，但是扎祖跑得太快了，他们根本追不上。He suddenly took a flying leap towards a painting called a Cafe Terrace at Night by Vincent van Gogh and disappeared inside. 突然，扎祖纵身一跃，跳进了另一幅画，随后消失其中。那幅画也是梵高画的，名字叫《夜间的露天咖啡座》。Katie and Mimi jumped in after him. 凯蒂和咪咪紧随其后，也跳进了那幅画里。Zazo refused to let go of the sunflowers. 扎祖叼着向日葵不肯松口。He darted in and out of the tables and chairs, knocking plates and cups flying. 在桌子和椅子中间，扎祖横冲直撞，直撞得杯碟乱飞，一片狼藉。Then Zazo ran between the waiter's legs. 然后扎祖又在服务员的两腿中间跑了过去。Zut à l'heure, said the waiter, dropping a plate of cakes. 服务员手里一盘满满的蛋糕掉在了地上，他气得跳脚，骂道：“这倒霉的狗！” He was very angry. He chased Katie, Mimi, and Zazo right through the frame and back into the gallery. 这个服务员可气坏了，他一路追着凯蒂、咪咪和扎祖跑出了画框，也来到了美术馆的展厅里。What are we going to do? Panted Mimi. 现在我们该怎么办呢？咪咪一边喘着粗气，一边问凯蒂。I've got an idea, said Katie, pointing to a painting by Paul Cézanne. It was called Apples and Oranges. 我有办法，凯蒂指着保罗·塞尚画的那幅苹果与橘子，对咪咪说 Come on, I need your help. 来吧，我要你帮忙搭把手。Katie put her hand into the painting and grabbed one end of a cloth. 凯蒂把手伸进画里，抓住了桌布的一头。She told Mimi to hold the other end. 她让咪咪抓好另一头。Now pull, yelled Katie. Katie 大叫一声，往下拉。The bowls of fruit tipped up and apples and oranges came tumbling into the gallery just as the waiter caught up with them. 水果盘里的水果尽数倒了出来，苹果和橘子在展厅里滚了一地。就在这时，那个服务员追了过来。He slipped on the fruit and spun around till he was dizzy. 他的脚踩在那些水果上，滑了一下，又原地转了几圈，转得晕晕乎乎的。谁的了 ？He cried. 他气得大叫：“这俩倒霉孩子！” I wonder where Zazu went, said Mimi. 咪咪跟凯蒂说：“我想知道扎祖去哪儿了。” He must be here somewhere, said Katie as they dashed away. 凯蒂说：“他一定就在这里的某个地方。”说着，他们就冲了出去。Alas, said Mimi, I shall never find him and he will be lost in the gallery forever. 真倒霉，咪咪说，我可能再也找不到他了，那他就会永远迷失在这个美术馆里了。Nonsense, said Katie. I can hear a dog barking. 凯蒂说，别胡说了，我已经听见狗叫的声音了。They followed the noise, and there at the end of the corridor was Zazu. 他们循着那狗叫声找去，在走廊的尽头看到了扎祖。He had dropped some flowers and was barking at a bright red dog in a painting called Tahitian Pastorals by Paul Gauguin. 他丢下了嘴里叼着的向日葵，朝着一幅画里的一条大红狗汪汪汪地叫个不停。那条红狗是保罗·高更所画的塔希提岛的牧歌那幅画里的。The other dog barked back, and Zazu jumped inside the picture. 那条红狗也朝着扎祖汪汪汪地直叫，然后扎祖就跳进了那幅画里。Your dog is nothing but trouble, said Katie, as they clambered after him. 凯蒂说，你的这条狗啊，就只会给我们找麻烦。说着，他们也爬进了那幅画里。Zazu and the red dog barked and played. 扎祖和那条红狗一起叫，一起玩。Welcome to our island, said two women. 画里的两个女人对凯蒂和咪咪说：“欢迎到我们这个岛上来做客。” It was very peaceful, full of scented lilies and blossom, with the sea lapping on the beach. 这里非常宁静，到处都鲜花盛开，还有百合花也在吐露着芬芳，而海浪则轻轻地拍打着沙滩。Phew, said Katie, it was very hot here. 凯蒂说，哎呦，这儿好热呀。Let's go for a paddle. 我们去水里凉快凉快吧。While Zazu and the red dog ran about on the sand, Katie and Mimi splashed around in the sea. 扎祖和红狗在沙滩上跑着互相追逐，凯蒂和咪咪则在海里趟水玩。Zazu was busy digging a hole when, all of a sudden, he disappeared. 后来扎祖开始忙着挖一个洞，忽然一下子他消失不见了。Where has he gone? said Mimi. 咪咪问，扎祖去哪儿了？ Katie looked into the hole. It was very large. 凯蒂朝洞里看去，那个洞很大。Right at the bottom, he saw Zazu sitting on top of a big chest. 在洞的最深处，扎祖坐在一个大箱子上。Mimi and Katie slowly opened the lid. It was full of golden coins. 咪咪和凯蒂慢慢打开了箱盖，里面竟然装满了金币。Pirate treasure, said Katie, showing the women. What will you do with it? 凯蒂带那两个女人过来看，对他们说，这 这是海盗的宝藏，你们想用它们来做什么呢？ We don't use money on our island. We have everything we need, they said. You can have it if you want. 他们说，在我们这个岛上，我们是不使用金钱的，我们所需之物应有尽有。如果你们想要，你们可以拿走这个箱子。Katie took a handful of coins and thanked the women. 凯蒂用手抓了满满一大把金币，然后向那两个女人道了谢。Then she, Mimi, and Zazu went through the frame and back into the gallery. 然后她、咪咪和扎祖从画框里爬回到美术馆的展厅里。Katie quickly picked up the sunflowers before Zazu could grab them again. 凯蒂在扎祖叼走向日葵之前，迅速捡起了那些向日葵。We'd better put these back, she said. Which way is it? 凯蒂对咪咪说：“我们最好把这些花放回去。可是该走哪条路呢？” I'm not sure, mon ami, said Mimi. I think we are lost. 咪咪说：“我也不知道，我的朋友，我觉得我们是迷路了。” Then they saw Zazu sniffing at something on the ground. 然后他们看见扎祖在地上嗅着什么东西。Sunflower seeds, said Katie. Zazu left a trail of them. What a clever dog. I'm glad he came after all. 凯蒂说：“是向日葵籽。”扎祖把它们撒在地上，留下了记号。好聪明的狗啊！现在我觉得还好，它跟我们一起来了。Mimi gathered Zazu up in her arms, and they followed the trail of sunflower seeds back to the Cézanne's painting. 咪咪抱起了扎祖，然后他们顺着落在地上的向日葵籽，找回了塞上的那幅画。They carefully put all the fruit back and then went on to cafe picture by Van Gogh. 他们小心翼翼地把所有的水果都放回了画里，然后又走向了梵高的那幅咖啡座。The waiter was there with the bill in his hand. 那个服务员手里拿着账单，正在等他们呢。It's for the cakes and everything, said Mimi. 咪咪说，这钱是用来赔那些蛋糕和所有打碎的东西的。Katie dug into her pocket and took out the golden coins. 凯蒂把手伸进了她的口袋，拿出了口袋里的金币，然后她问 Is it enough? She asked. 这些钱够了吗？Merci, he said, looking very pleased. 那个服务员看起来非常高兴，他说：“谢谢。” You may eat cakes here whenever you want. 随时都欢迎你们来吃蛋糕。Then he climbed back into his picture. 然后他就爬回了他的那幅画。Then Katie and Mimi followed the seeds back to the sunflower picture. 然后凯蒂和咪咪又沿着地上的向日葵籽回到了向日葵这幅画。Katie collected a few seeds and put them in her coat pocket. 凯蒂捡了一些向日葵籽，放进了她的大衣口袋里。Then she carefully put the sunflowers back. 然后她小心翼翼地把向日葵又都放了回去。Almost as good as new, she said. Thanks for coming with me. 她对咪咪说，现在这画儿看上去几乎和新的没有什么差别了。谢谢你来帮助我。I'm glad I did, mon ami, said Mimi. It was fun. And she hopped back into her picture with Zazu. 咪咪说，我也觉得很高兴，我的朋友，这一切有趣极了。说完，他就带着扎祖跳回到他的那幅画里。Katie ran off to find her grandma, who was just waking up. 凯蒂跑回去找奶奶，奶奶那时候刚刚睡醒。Shall we see if it's stopped raining? Grandma said. 奶奶对凯蒂说，我们是不是该去看看雨有没有停啊？ It hadn't, but Katie didn't mind. 雨还是没有停，但凯蒂却并不介意。Rain is good for the garden, she said. It will make everything grow. 她说，下雨对花园里面的植物有好处，雨水可以使万物生长。Thanks for listening. See you next time.